I'm Leila Massimo and you're watching A News. Here is the top stories. Russia launched its latest major missile attack on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. President of Russia Vladimir Putin continues his visit to Kazakhstan. Today he joins CSTO summit. The government of Switzerland has rejected a neutrality initiative which demanded the country to not join any military or defense alliance. Russia has launched its latest major missile attack on Ukraine's energy infrastructure today, causing widespread power outages across the country. Local officials report that at least 1 million people in the West are affected. In Kyiv, many residents sought shelter in metro stations during the alarm. Russia has staged 10 massive attacks on energy infrastructure. Families fear ongoing strikes will cause longer power outages during the winter. US President Joe Biden is preparing a $725 million weapons package to further support Ukraine before leaving office in January. The package includes anti-tank weapons, mines, drones and HIMARS ammunition. It's the largest allocation by President Biden for allies using presidential drawdown authority, with $4 million to $5 billion in previously authorized funding.
Any head of state would do in such a circumstance.
The United Nations Security Council underscored the toll of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. In the latest gatherings, they continue to call for an end to what they say is a dangerous cycle of escalation.
Concerns were raised at the United Nations Security Council about the escalation with the war in Ukraine. There are worries about the deployment of North Korean troops into the country. According to the United States representative, North Korea has deployed more than 10,000 troops, thousands of munitions containers and advanced weaponry into Russia. They also have concerns about the type of missile used to strike Dnipro. They say that Russia used a ballistic intermediate-range missile equipped with 6 warheads, each carrying 6 submunitions.
The location hit was reportedly an industrial area southwest of Dnipro city. According to the Ukrainian authorities, the missile was equipped with 6 warheads, each with 6 submunitions, and took only 15 minutes to arrive from the launch site in the Astrakhan region of the Russian Federation, some 1,000 kilometers away from Dnipro city.
Russia's representative dismissed all the accusations during the meeting. Moscow accuses Ukraine of trying to provoke NATO into the war.
The bankrupt Zelensky regime needs at any cost to drag NATO countries into a direct conflict with Russia in a battlefield. At any other scenario, he would be facing an irreversible and humiliating defeat that has demonstrated in the failed Kursk escapade of the Ukrainian head honcho, and the clear collapse of the front in Donbass that is being pointed out by all military experts.
Ukraine's envoy condemned the growing Russia-North Korea military alliance, warning of its implications for global security and calling for together sanctions and increased military aid.
We reiterate that Pyongyang support comes at a price, and this is an access to Russian technology in missile, nuclear and other military programs. It is crucial to understand that this price is paid not so much by Russia, but by the world.
North Korea's ambassador defended Moscow's actions, claiming they were acts of self-defense, while dismissing accusations of criminal collaboration.
The Lebanese army has sent troops to southern Lebanon on Wednesday as a part of U.S. brokered ceasefire with Hezbollah aimed at de-escalating tensions. The ceasefire, backed by UN and friends, requires Israeli forces to withdraw from southern Lebanon and Hezbollah to move north of the Litani River. UN peacekeepers and US-led international panel will monitor compliance. The Lebanese army will deploy troops to the south. The agreement includes a 60-day gradual Israeli withdrawal, with the pace depending on the ceasefire's success. The government of Switzerland has rejected a neutrality initiative launched by the pro-Switzerland group and right-wing supporters from the Swiss People's Party. The initiative demanded Switzerland to not join any military or defense alliance. It also said the country shouldn't take part in foreign wars. However, the Swiss Federal Council says it is not necessary to define the neutrality more strictly. Officials say some of the areas brought about changes in direction and other parts made no changes. The Council has asked Parliament to debate the issue. Russian President Vladimir Putin's state visit to Kazakhstan is a historic event. Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev said this at talks with his Russian counterpart. President Tokayev thanked President Putin for visiting Kazakhstan, calling Russia a strategic partner and reliable ally. He described their relationship as meaningful and future-oriented. Putin invited Tokayev to visit Russia next year. During his state visit, Putin is also participating in the Collective Security Treaty Organization Summit in Astana. Severe winter weather has gripped South Korea's capital. Seoul has recorded its third heaviest snowfall in history. At least 4 deaths have been reported due to the weather, with more than 40 centimeters of snow causing major travel disruptions in the city.
More than 140 flights were cancelled in South Korea, and ferry operations were suspended across the country after 2 days of heavy snow. It's reported that at least 4 people have died due to the bad weather conditions. The storm, which began Thursday morning, is being described as the heaviest in over a century and the 3rd heaviest in Seoul since records began in 1907. More than 40 centimeters of snow piled up in parts of the capital, severely disrupting travel. However, by 10 a.m. local time, weather officials lifted the heavy snow warnings. As schools remained closed in some areas, authorities have advised residents to stay vigilant and avoid unnecessary travel until conditions improve. The heavy November weather is caused by warmer sea temperatures west of the Korean peninsula, mixing with cold air. As South Korea continues to recover from the storm's impacts, experts are monitoring the situation closely to assess any further risks in the coming days.
Mexico warns that the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's tariff increase would kill 400,000 U.S. jobs. The economy minister Marcelo Ebrard also warns that they will reallocate.
Mexico says that the proposed tariffs of 25% for import goods by US President-elect Donald Trump would severely impact US jobs, raise consumer prices, and disrupt key industries. As well as affecting US companies, the move will impact other countries such as Canada and China. Now Mexico warns they could retaliate. Mexican economy minister says the impact of such a hike in tariffs will be huge.
If we impose a 25% tax on the companies I have already described, though there are many others, this could affect 400,000 jobs in the United States. That is the estimated impact.
In Canada, the federal government and provincial leaders have united in opposition to Trump's proposed tariffs. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland says Canada would respond in a coordinated manner.
We need to work in a united and coordinated way. We agreed that we need to be smart, strong, and united in meeting this challenge. We spoke principally about the border and the Canada-US trade relationship.
Meanwhile, with China, Trump proposes a 10% tariff on Chinese products. He argues that the tariffs are essential to combat illegal immigration and drug trafficking, despite border apprehensions reaching 4-year lows. China's state media has praised US companies like Apple and Tesla for strong collaboration with Chinese partners as Trump moves forward with his tariff plans. The Chinese embassy official warned that no one will win a trade war.
Look, I'm representing the U.S.
Ford's planned job cuts in Germany provoked anger and tease at a staff meeting in Cologne. The US car maker plans to cut 4,000 jobs in Europe, including around 2,900 in Germany. Ford announced the cuts in Germany last week. The company says it would eliminate most jobs in Europe's largest economy due to the country's high energy costs and unstable political environment. This puts the automaker at a disadvantage compared to its rivals.
Our future is not looking good. All of a sudden, after we were assured the plan would stay until 2032. Now we are in shock. I'm not sure about the future. It's not looking good for us.
We have no information. It's a negative feeling and I don't feel good, but ultimately we will have to wait and see.
Violence erupted in Belgrade as pro- and anti-government protesters clashed on Wednesday. The unrest follows over railway station roof collapse in Novi Sad earlier this month, which killed 15 people.
The protest was organised by opposition groups in response to a concrete canopy at a railway station. It collapsed suddenly onto people sitting and standing below on the 1st of November. The protesters are accusing the government of alleged corruption that resulted in shoddy construction. The ruling coalition denies these accusations. Opposition lawmakers say the demonstration was disrupted when supporters of the ruling party intervened.
They started kicking us, breaking through the blockade with the intention of silencing us. It was very tense. Some of us were struck and we called the police, but they didn't arrive until half an hour later. Now you're witnessing what happened.
However, the ruling coalition accuses the opposition of triggering the violence. President Alexander Vučić has insisted that those responsible for the roof collapsing must face the consequences. A Serbian higher court released former minister Goran Vecic yesterday. He'd been detained last Thursday in connection with the roof collapse. The opposition demands the resignation of Prime Minister Milos Vučević.
Turkey has said it is set on becoming a carbon-neutral economy within 30 years, a target that Energy Minister Alparslan Bayraktar acknowledged at the 6th Turkish-German Energy Forum in Berlin as transformative for the country's economy. At a forum co-hosted with German Minister Robert Habeck, Turkish Energy Minister Alparslan Bayraktar outlined Turkey's ambitious renewable energy plans. He announced a roadmap to attract $100 billion in investments by 2035 and urged German investors to join the energy transition.
And we already started to implement a very ambitious renewable program that we announced right before COP29, that we are going to quadruple our renewable capacity only on solar and wind, and we will move from 31 gigawatt today to 120 gigawatt by the year 2035. Of course, we need some certain things that we need to improve our investment-friendly environment. We need to attract capital, especially foreign finance and foreign investment, and especially German companies have a lot of experiences in Turkey, and also some newcomers more than welcome to invest in Turkish energy market, that through this close cooperation and collaboration, we believe that this is very achievable target and it will help us to reduce our emissions.
Thanksgiving came a day early for the homeless people in downtown Los Angeles, Skid Row, on Wednesday. The Los Angeles Mission served up turkey and orza trimmings, and they did it with the help of a few well-known faces.
The Los Angeles Mission, located in the heart of Skid Row, provides food, clothing and care for those in need. A team of volunteers served an impressive 4,000 meals, offering support and compassion to the community during the holiday season. Eric Grant, the mission's executive chef, who was once homeless himself, shared the monumental task of preparing the feast.
Yeah, so the expectancy is between 1,500 and 4,000. So I've prepared 180 gallons of gravy, 3,600 pounds of turkey, 1,000 pounds of macaroni, 1,000 pounds of collard greens, and 1,000 pounds of stuffing.
Well-known faces were either serving the homeless or dishing out the food to give to the servers.
It fills your heart, both with happiness of we're going to make people's lives a teeny bit brighter today, but also reminds you of how many people are in need. You can see it here on the streets. It's heartbreaking.
It's just important, I really feel like. Thanksgiving is such a beautiful holiday, and so many people, have the privilege of being able to celebrate it with their friends and family and have a great meal on the table. Not everyone is so lucky, and I feel like it only takes a couple of hours to volunteer your time and be able to really give back to those that deserve it, because we all deserve to have an incredible holiday season.
What a lot of people don't say is that when you are giving, you get so much more back. It's almost a selfish act to try to help people, because it really is a wonderful thing to be around those that care about human beings, and in this time right now, it's really wonderful to be around like-minded individuals that really want to help.
Giving food to someone and seeing a smile on their face is always something that makes you feel like you're making a difference. Even if it's small, it's still a difference, and together as a community, everyone over here is actually making a massive difference in our community in Los Angeles.
This is something special that I will never ever forget. I will be here every year because the people who are being fed here are people who are so appreciative for everything that the mission is doing. They will have a happy Thanksgiving. The families will be here with their children, and I feel very good serving them and saying happy Thanksgiving to them.
As the holiday season continues in America, the Los Angeles Mission's efforts show that even small acts of kindness can make a lasting impact, bringing joy and hope to many in need.
A team of kayakers has completed the first ever descent down the Ivindo River in Gabon. In Africa, they say it marks an historic moment in the world of adventure sports.
Travelling through Africa's rainforest, the four-man team paddled down fast-flowing rapids and waterfalls. Together, they completed the 145-kilometre journey. The team used cutting-edge drone technology to document their trip, capturing breathtaking footage of the remote waterfalls and rapids from multiple angles. This allowed them to share the stunning landscape from perspectives never seen before. Their incredible adventure will soon be featured in a film titled Gabon Uncharted, Sending Ivindo Falls. The film offers viewers an up-close look at one of the most untouched and wild regions on the planet.
That's all for now. Thank you and keep watching A News.